Y'all forget the tables and stuff behind me, man. It was a rough weekend, I think. No, I can't remember. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy, man, and I'm excited to be here today. Today's a motivational Monday. We finna motivate. We finna have a good time, man. I got some great debates for y'all this morning. I'm gonna get in and get out. I'm gonna value y'all time today. I ain't finna be in here before you long. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. First of all, if this is your first time hearing this, you are about to experience something so cold, man. If you are a returning viewer, man, thank you so much for coming back. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me, and I appreciate that. First thing I do on this show, man, if you never watched it before, if you don't know how the show rolls, the first thing that I do on this show is I get on here and I speak to people. A wise old man once said to me, if I ain't sleeping with you, I'm speaking with you. And so that's what I got to do. I got to get on here and I got to speak to some folk. So that's what I do. I get on in the morning and speak. It's a light morning. I don't know what happened today, man. I think because it's springter. I think because it's springter, everybody ain't watching. You know, the springter time is hard. And a lot of people will say, what's the springter? Well, this the time of year where it's supposed to be hot, but it's cold outside. When it's cold outside, yeah. Tell me who are you holding? If you think you're lonely now. That song is by far one of the worst people in history. I don't understand. Oh, I'm playing myself. My bad. Anyway, let me get into the speaking parts. First thing I do, man, is I speak to people, man. If you're one of the first 3 people that speak in the morning, I go ahead and give you a little medal, a little award, a little incentive for getting on here and being here from the beginning and speaking. So winning the bronze medal today is for Nita Rollins Delk. Good morning. Silver medal this morning goes to Kim Cat Thomas Jones. And back in her spot with the gold medal. She had been slipping, but she's back at her spot. Jennifer Williams with the gold medal, her and her beautiful son. PJ and her beautiful husband, PS. Thank you so much for being in the building. Also here today, Crystal Tasty Panel. JD, don't call me Martin Luther the King. Katrina Britt's in the building. Kim, my favorite nurse. You ever had a nurse that you just be like, they so nice, you get sick just so they can work on you? That's Kim. Now I don't do what the blacks do. Now the blacks normally, they just, if they know you are proficient in something, they worry you to death about it. I don't do it. You know, every person, I know why doctors and lawyers and nurses don't go to family events. Doctors and lawyers and nurses, they never go to the family reunion and all that stuff. Y'all think they being bougie. They just don't want to have to come and work. When you got a nurse cousin, the first thing you do every time you come to a family reunion, especially in the black community, they start asking you to fix all their maladies. You got a cousin that's a doctor. Hey, man, I've been meaning to talk to you, man. I got a rash on the left side of my testicles. What does that mean? It mean you need to wash your testicles. What it means? Put some ointment on them, something hot. You know, that's what they do every time. You gotta look here. I've been wondering, man. I know you trying to enjoy yourself, but as a lawyer, can you tell me how we can get little man out of prison? No, I know how we can get little man out of prison. That's called an escape. The little man's gonna be in there for a while. Well, good morning, Tracy. Mike Lee. Good morning. Marche Trouble Copeland is in the building. Leonard Tay Smith. Good morning, Eva Tay Smith. Natasha LaMail is French for the male. Wilberta. So we got to be on our best behavior. EC Shine is in the building. Good morning. Put a little sunshine on the end of it. Lisa Bazemore Business. Christina Crystal Waters. Marche said, take your nuts to the doctor. Yeah, but we ain't gonna do that. We'll sit there and wait till the family reunion because you know cousin Claude is coming through, and cousin Claude is a doctor, you know. So you wait for him to come there. Hey, Claude, let me talk to you, man. I mean, my gout has been flaring up a lot now. What would I do to get rid of this gout? Stop eating everything. This your 5th plate. Calm down on the plates. Anyway, I'm here to answer some great debates. I come back from the weekend. I had a fairly good weekend. I feel like I went out of town, but I'm not 100% sure. I feel like I went somewhere, but I'm not 100% sure. I feel like I did something over the weekend, but I can't remember. And that's bad. I did have a daddy-daughter date on Sunday. My daughter, you got to talk to your kids. You know, my daughter's at a pivotal time in her life, and she's a graduate and she's getting ready to go to college and she's got hormones and life be coming at her. So she asked me, she's like, hey, can we just spend some time? So we decided to spend some time, just a daddy-daughter date on Sunday. And it ain't take a lot. This one I survived pretty much monetarily intact, which was a surprise. I had no idea I was gonna be able to come out with my money as well. I knew I could have either one thing, a happy date with my daughter or money. I didn't think I could end up with both. And surprisingly, I ended up with most of my money. She wanted to go to the library, but all libraries are closed on Sunday. And she asked me, was it because of Jesus? And I was like, yeah, Jesus hates books. And so, and I think she believed that a little bit. And so we ended up going just to Barnes and Noble. Now, Barnes and Noble, wonderful business model. I just don't know how they stay in business. Because you don't have to buy none of the books in Barnes and Noble. You can stand right there and read them. That magazine section got chairs in it for you to take the magazines and sit down and read them. Now, they were a little upset that I took the Playboy out of the plastic. I think I wasn't supposed to do that. But other than that, they let you sit right there in that Barnes & Noble and you read all of it. You just read everything while you in there. But my daughter went in. She wanted some books, so she bought 3 books. And to my surprise, she went and she picked the books up, and I saw her gathering books. And I was trying to figure out how much they were gonna cost. She went and got in the line, and I was like, she ain't even tell me nothing. She just got in the line at the Barnes and Noble, and she was like, Dad, I got my own library. I got my own money. It shocked me because I didn't know my daughter was selling drugs. I was surprised that she had enough money to buy 3 books, so she bought her own books. I didn't know Ocean View Library was open. I'm gonna have to go there, Tracy. I'm gonna go to Ocean View Library. That's gonna take me 7 years to drive out there, and I'll probably get attacked on the way. But thank you for letting me know that. So then we went, and when we were parked, we went to the Barnes and Noble in Chesapeake, Virginia, and in that particular shopping center, there's a restaurant called Fazoli's. Now, great debate number one. People are always talking about who are the people that keep Arby's open. Arby's is a quality restaurant. Whether you like Arby's or not, Arby's is a top tier fast food restaurant. If you choosing McDonald's, Wendy's, and all them places over Arby's, you're the problem. You are the problem. Arby's is a top tier fast food restaurant. If they had their foods in there, they're great. We went to an Arby's recently in Richmond, Virginia. Fantastic. They had rotisserie chickens and like a lemon or kale, some kind of greenery. And they had that into a biscuit. A muffin. They were delicious. So Arby's is fine. Why is Fazoli's still open? Who are the people that are keeping Fazoli's open? That's my question. Who are these people? Who are the people that are saying consciously we're going to Fazoli's? I happened to be on the phone with my friend Rhonda, and she said lots of people like the breadsticks. My daughter is a sucker for breadsticks. Once she heard breadsticks, she was on her way. Zucchini bread. Thank you, Christina. It's zucchini bread and Italian spinach. Arby's is top notch. And y'all keep down in Arby's. Arby's is top notch. Arby's, top tier. Arby's is Chick-fil-A tier fast food restaurant. Where Arby's fails is Arby's never hires anybody. Arby's hires Waffle House level workers. They got fantastic food options. They just can't figure out. They just can't figure out how to hire people. So Fazoli's is the McDonald's of Italian food. They got breadsticks. So my daughter wanted breadsticks. We went over there. We got some breadsticks. We sat down and ate. We both ate stuff we shouldn't have ate. I had a cheat meal. I had the spicy chicken ziti. I had that one. But we ate way too many breadsticks. We just sat there, ate salads and breadsticks. We had a good time. It was a great time between the two of us. Then as we walked out of Fazoli's, she said, well, that's a check off my list. I've never been to Fazoli's before. Now I can say that I have been. And I said, okay, what other places haven't you been? And she said Men's Warehouse. And I was like, well, there's a reason for that now. It's a Men's Wearhouse. Why would you even need to go to Men's Wearhouse? What do you need to understand about Men's Wearhouse? But I said, since you never been, let's go. We went to Men's Wearhouse, and I explained to her in front, off the top, they don't sell men in here. You're not going to be able to find men in Men's Wearhouse. Many women have tried. They don't sell men in there, even though that would be an exciting thing for you ladies to just go in, or some gentlemen, it's Pride Month, for you to be able to go in and be like, let me get one of him. So yeah, but that's not how Men's Wearhouse works. And I went in and explained to her about men's sizing and how the size of men's clothes completely unfair. I'm trying to get a suit, right? And so I got to get a new black suit. I got 2 black suits. I'm trying to get a 3rd one. And so I tried on, I had to measure me, because one of the things I don't like about myself, I can just go ahead and make this assumption about myself, is I don't have an off the rack body. Not when it comes to suits. I don't have an off the rack body. I'm shaped odd. I'm oddly shapened, And the lady went and measured me. She told me to put my arms up, and I immediately, being from Portsmouth, went here. She's like, "Sir, you don't have to do that. It's just right, like about right here." I was like, "Oh, my bad." So she came right around the chest, and she measured me nipple to nipple. She came around the nipples first. She got me around the nipples. Then she told me to put my arms down, and she went around all the way around. And then she started to tell me things. I guess she was trying to help. She tried to help, but didn't make me feel positive about myself. She started telling me about my suit choices because I'm so, and when she threw in the word "so," that really hurt, because I'm so broad-shouldered. Broad-shouldered and big back, same thing. There's really no difference between broad-shouldered and big back. If you're broad-shouldered, you're big back. If you're big back, you're broad-shouldered. So I'm wide back, is what she was telling me. And she used the term "so." So I hit her. I let y'all know where I'm at. Like, I was at like a 51.5. 51.5 would be the size of suit jacket I wear. 51. You realize how big that makes you feel? A 51.5? Ladies, if you was a lady and they told you wearing a size 51.5, you'd automatically just kill yourself. That'd be the last time you eat. If they told a lady she wore 51.5, she wouldn't eat food again ever. You're officially on my 600-pound life. It wasn't a child, Tamara. This was the worker in Men's Wearhouse. She the one who told me I was so big. She explained to me about the different cuts of jackets. She was like, you're a 51.5, and they don't sell 51s or halves. I either got to put on a 50 or a 52. I either got to put on 50, 52. 50 gonna be a little snug. 52 gonna be a little big. Now the thing about it was, the lady that measured me, we were the same size. She was the same as me, so she probably wore 51, 52. She might have been in a 54. She might have been in a 54. Then she explained to me that I can't wear a slim fit. At that size, I shouldn't be wearing slim anything, because I'm not slim. I think slim fit clothes are made for slim people. I think they just afraid to come out with fat fit clothes or full fit. Now, Men's Wearhouse calls it executive fit if you're fluffy. They call it executive fit. So I went in and I tried on some stuff. She told me if I get a slim fit, I'm going to have to go all the way up to a 54. No, I don't agree with that. She said if it's a slim fit, the European cut, I'm going to need to go up a few sizes. No, I'm not going up a few sizes. Make the 52 the size for fat 52s. If you're going to make it slim fit, make it slim fit for fat folk. Because she was like, here's what your problem is going to be. Because you so broad, it's going to either be tight up here and fit just right down there, or loose down there and fit just right up here. And I don't want a box suit. I don't want to come out looking like a box. I don't ever want to put on a suit jacket and look like, oh man, how long has your daddy let you wear his jacket? You should never look like that as a grown man. If you ever see a grown man, ladies, in a suit and it's shaped like this, he ain't get himself together. He got on the wrong size jacket. He didn't get it tailored, none of it. It's little things, ladies, and I taught my daughter this stuff. I teach my son, same thing. There's little things you got to know. These tags need to come off. These right here, the tag on the sleeve does not belong there. Take that off. Okay, that's A. That's number one. Number two, on the jacket, top button always. You always button the top button on a suit jacket. Bottom button optional. Especially on the 3 button. Super optional. That first button always. You can never go with second button and not first. First button, always button that. Third thing, rip the pockets open. They got something called a seam splitter that you can put in there that you can cut the pockets open. Pockets come sewed together. I don't know why they take the time to sew the pockets together. Don't know. I never understood that. But that's just how men's suits are. Undo them pockets, and you got a vent in the back, the little flap. Undo that. Too many of y'all let these kids go out there and the little babies get a suit and the baby's thing still all sewn together. He think he can't use his pockets. Just cut them loose. You can rip it. Just cut it loose. Just want to let y'all know that. So I told my daughter about that. We went over what a pocket square was. It was a lot. Now, if the jacket, you should be able to sit down. You should be able to sit down and still stay buttoned. If your suit is right, if you sit down and it's about to pop, that jacket ain't your right size. If you can't raise your hand and ask a question, if your jacket leaves you in a disposition, if you can't do nothing but Tyrannosaurus Rex on it, that jacket ain't for you. It's a bad jacket. Horrible jacket for you. Horrible. So that was all I had for the jacket experience. Then we went to the PetSmart and we had the debate. That's debate number 2. Is it called PetSmart or Pets Mart? You never really looked at it like that before, is it? Is it PET''S Mart or PET Smart? And I think it's PET''S Mart. That's what we did. We debated that because Pet is in blue, Mart is in red, Smart is in red. So we don't know what that S is. It's a lot. Oh, the Pet is in red and Smart is in blue. So you just really sit down and look at, see, and some of y'all now I'm getting the Lord. See, this is what y'all not gonna do. Y'all not gonna make me feel like now I think it's Pet Smart, but if you ever look at a sign, you really can't tell. It really can confuse you when you just look at the signage. No, a lot of y'all gonna and this is why I can't do nothing, because people try to make it seem like I'm the problem, and I'm not the problem. I am not the problem. I am not the problem. So let's look at it, because y'all ain't gonna make me feel like I'm the issue. Oh, that's too small. I know how you ladies feel now. That was way too small. Way too small what that was. That one was way too small. I'm trying to find the image for y'all. I mean, images is coming up too little. Why can't I get one a decent size? Pause. Now y'all try to make it seem like it's me. I'm not the problem. It's everything else that's the problem. I believe in you. There we go. That's one. That's one with the right kind of size. Now look, let's take a look at it. See, now it could be Pet Smart, but they playing with y'all. Pet is in red, Smart is in blue, right? But let's look at some of the other little issues. Look at this. This is really an apostrophe. Because ain't no use in having this little ball. I know it's a little bouncy ball, but this really look like an apostrophe. So we got PET apostrophe S and then Mart. See what I'm saying here? If we draw the line of demarcation right there, I might have to call the white people that came up with it. But anyway, the ball bounce might be an apostrophe. There you go. The ball bounce is an apostrophe. So we need to go and talk to them. Anyway, it was cat adoption day. So my daughter went in and played with cat. And it was the first time I let my daughter play with somebody else's. Well, never mind. But it was just amazing how they just let everybody come in and play with their cat. They just let everybody just come in and play with it. It was weird. I didn't understand how it worked. So, ladies, if you ever want to go somewhere where the cat is on display, PetSmart is where you want to go. They let everybody come in and rub it and pat it. It was crazy. They had a whole room. They told you to enter with caution, and I was like, I always do. But yeah, but that was it. I didn't. I sat outside. I want to keep my virginity, so I didn't go in the room with my daughter and rub on them. I just let them. I let them be right there. I just let them be there. I didn't pat it or rub it. I let it go. Then we walked around and we went to some place that ended up being like a fancy Dollar Tree. It was Pop something, Pop Culture, Pop something. Pop Goes the Weasel. It was a nice little store. It was like Five Below, but clean. I can't remember what the name of it was. It was Pop something, Pop Shelf, and it is a Dollar General store. It's owned by Dollar General. Pop Shelf is the name of it, and it was Dollar General for white people. That was the best way I could describe it. Pop Shelf, Dollar General for the whites. So you know how Dollar General immediately when you go in, it's immediately dirty. That's the first thing you get from Dollar General. Not this one. This one right here, it had all the Dollar General stuff, but it was clean inside, which what threw me off. I never been in there. I never been in there. And Courtney said I like Pop Shelf. I never been in there. It was my first time going in the Pop Shelf. I had no idea what it is. And then it's located in the Greenbrier area of Chesapeake. So you knew it was gonna be white, you know. You already prepared for the whiteness. I just had no idea what we were gonna get out of it. And it was nice in there. Everything was organized, all the stuff was put in the right place. It was beautiful. The blacks haven't found out about it yet. They had all the stuff, all the low price, cheap stuff you expect from Dollar General, just in a clean environment. A clean, a clean Dollar General is like a clean Waffle House. You'll never see one. You'll never see it. You'll never see it. You'll never see a clean Dollar General, never see a clean Waffle House. And if you do, you're in the wrong area. You're in the wrong area. So that was that. So that was that. There was no debate about that. There was no debating that. There was no debate. Anyway, we ended up walking around all over the place. We walked and it was great. It was a great time. Me and her just walked around. We ate Fazoli's. It was a great time. Great time. Now, let's get to some real debates. Let's talk about some real stuff. Now, this question, I don't normally get in all the debates that I see on social media, but I wanted to bring y'all in. I wanted y'all to come on in and get in on this. I wanted y'all in on this because this debate is one that can fundamentally change the way that I view a lot of people. And it's simply this: oatmeal pies or Swiss rolls. Oatmeal pie or Swiss roll. You should be sharing the show. If you haven't shared the show yet on your page, you need to share the show. Let's get more people in here. Let's get as many people as we can to really get in here. Tam is saying neither. Oatmeal pies or Swiss rolls. Let me just explain something to you. I don't know what little Debbie is doing, but little Debbie ain't Debbieing like she used to. Little Debbie has let us down because little Debbie Swiss rolls and little Debbie oatmeal pies, it used to be a way of life. Now, God said, I forgot which verse it is, but you had to choose this day which one you'll serve, whether you'll serve the oatmeal pie or the Swiss roll. Gordon said, I used to like both. Lisa's going oatmeal pie. Jackie said oatmeal pie. Here's the thing about oatmeal pie. You get oatmeal pie, it's a snack, but it's really a breakfast. Now, if you're going with the double oatmeal pie, that's too much. That's too much of the inside. That's too much. That's too much cream. That's too much cream filling. You can't get in there. The Swiss roll ain't changed that much, but it ain't as delicious as it used to be. Now it's all dry. We need the moisture. We need a little bit of moisture. Shannon said she ain't never ate a Swiss roll before. They changed how they were made. It's not what it is too much cream. That double, that's too much cream. Now, Marsha, I don't know what you do in your private time, but at a certain point, it's too much cream. You can't deal with so much cream. And cash can't rule everything around you. It's just too much. At a point in time, you shouldn't be putting out gallons of cream at a time. And that's what that is. That's about a gallon of cream. If he putting out that much cream, it's something going on. That's one of the reasons when I be watching the documentaries, some people call it porn. I call it sex documentaries. When you watch a sex documentary, I be wondering about those poor gentlemen. I be like, where's all that coming from? Sir, why you that's just a lot. You're doing the most, sir. I don't know if it's a prop that they come out with, but there's a lot happening. Now, that's not what they put in oatmeal cream pies. Or Swiss rolls. Now, the oatmeal cream pie and the Swiss roll, if this was Wednesday, we would go into the similarities and differences in the oatmeal cream pie and the Swiss roll in the physiology of human beings. Because both of them remind you of human beings in places. Of course, the oatmeal pie reminds you of the stomach region of a more seasoned woman. Young girls can't get to the oatmeal. If you young and you got oatmeal cream pie stomach, that's bad. Now, oatmeal cream pie stomach is what you want. If you end up with a Star Crunch area, if any of your area becomes Star Crunch, stay away from Star Crunch. If she got Star Crunch lower region or back, neck, any kind of area, if any of her areas look on him start to look Star Crunchy, stay away from that. That you don't want any body parts that are Star Crunch. Oatmeal pie, that's fine. Nature just gonna make y'all oatmeal pie, ladies. It's going the way that you expand and slim and expand, all of that. You end up being, you get a lot of those oatmeal cream pie areas, and that's fine. What up, though? We look forward to the oatmeal cream pie in you. That just means that you've lived through some stuff. But if it becomes Starch Crunch, that means you did some stuff. You know, you don't want that. You don't want any part of your body to look Star Crunchy. You don't want to look Star Crunchy. There's a lot of men that don't know you can't shave all of your neck. You gotta know. So, like, even when I get my head bald, he stops at a certain point. He don't get down to my neck region because the neck is sensitive. And if he does my neck's gonna Star Crunch. And I can't have Star Crunch neck. I just feel like a lot of guys don't shave right and their head end up Star Crunching. You never want to go Star Crunch. Oatmeal pie is fine, not Star Crunch. So that's a good abuse. Seems like to me, oatmeal pie is winning. Oatmeal pie wins over Swiss roll. That's a great debate. And my last debate is this one. I seen it. Keke Palmer. Now, if you don't know who Keke Palmer is a young actress, and she has really taken the world by storm. She has been in a lot of great stuff. I'm happy for Keke Palmer. I'm happy for her. A lot of people don't know who she is. I think she started off as a child actress. Now she's a whole full adult, and she's starting to get into a lot of stuff. I'm happy for Keke Palmer. She got kids. Now, here's one of the things about me. It's hard for me to find anybody who I knew as a child stays a child forever. I just think it's creepy and nearly pedophilish for you to like somebody now that they all grown up. That's Keke Palmer. If you're not sure who Keke Palmer is. I can't do it. I can't say, ooh, now she's grown up. I can look at her. To me, she's still a child. I forgot what role I found her. I saw her in. She stays there. The Olsen twins are still kids to me because I met them as children. Olsen twins still a kid. Only exception I make is Brandy. Brandy's the only exception I make. But Brandy's really around the same age I am. Yeah, she's a Keela and the B. I can't like her. She's a Keela. I can't think of doing nothing to Keela and the B. I can't have a kilo on my B. I can't do that. No. I think it's really strange when men say stuff like, now you all grown up. That means you was lusting for them as a child. It's real creepy whenever a man be like, oh, you done became a woman. No, sir. Go and register yourself. Go register yourself. Ladies do it all the time, but y'all say it's slick. Y'all make a man feel good about himself. Look at you all grown up. That's all y'all say. That right there is when an older lady is getting ready to pounce. She was looking at you when you was a teenager and when you was in your prime. Now she know you're 21. Look at you all grown up. Right there, sir. You finna get got. Miss Mildred's about to give you her oatmeal cream pie. You about to learn today. You about to take your Swiss roll and have things done to it that had never been done before. I can't do it. I'm a grown up man. I ain't going nowhere. Let me tell you, I got a whole 17-year-old. There's no way I'm going to no 18-year-old club. Dudes like that is nasty to me. That is just nasty. You boy, like if you gotta rationalize, she's grown now. No, sir. If you full grown, your women need to be full grown. Now you can have a little age differential, and there I don't know what it is. 8 years, 8 to 10. Y'all help me with that. What's the age differential? 8 to 10. Once you hit 40, when you hit 40, you can date 30 or 50. Once you hit 40, you can really be comfortable in the 30 or 50 range. Now here's the problem. Nowadays, that 30 to 50 range leads you to the mama or the daughter. That's where it's hard. You hit 40, you got options. So I go mama, daughter. Because depending on the mama, she could have had that baby about 15, 16. Even if she had that baby at 20. She hit 50, that baby 30. You got to make a choice. Do you go with the classic or the refurbished? 50-30. 50-30. No, that when you hit 40, that's a prime spot. Really, you can get the whole generation. You can get grandma if you want. Grandma, now you're gonna be the same age as the daughter, and then the granddaughter gonna be a little younger than you. You got to decide what you want. 40 becomes a playground, but you ain't got no business down there in the teens. You ain't got no business down there in the 20s. Now, early 30s, I'm glad you're asking, LJ. Early 30s is rough. Early 30s, you got to shorten your gap. You can't get a 10-year gap in the early 30s. Early 30s, you can't get 31 and 21. That's nasty. Early 30s, your gap got to be 5. So if you're 31, 26 and up, 26 and up, you comfortable. Your up can be 10, but your down got to be lower. You got to grow into it. 31, you really shouldn't even be lower than 25. 27 at the most. Now your up can go. Now it's gonna get nasty when you get 10 to 20 years old. Now if you 31 with a 51-year-old, people will look at you strange. Well, they're not even gonna look at you strange. They're gonna look at her strange because they gonna know she got you because you energize a bunny in her. You were part of a midlife crisis. 31, you got to tighten up your age limit. 31, 37, maybe to 40. And when you're going below, I'm really suggesting 27. I'm really saying 27. 27 got to be your cap. I always think about, here's my thing. Whenever I meet somebody, I think about what grade they were in when I was in high school. Meet a young lady, she tell me she's 35. I was like, I was a senior in high school and you was in 8th grade. $52 when a 27. 52, now 52, you get that 37-year-old. Let me tell you something about it. Now, there's also levels to it. The 52-year-old woman is flattered when that 37-year-old man hit on them. A 37-year-old woman, not flattered when that 52-year-old man hit on them. There's levels to it. Like ladies seem to like it. It's okay when the ladies get hit on by that younger woman, that younger man or younger woman, whichever one. If that young man try to holler, I see ladies all the time. They always be blushing. I'm old enough to be your mama. But they like it though. Because when that young boy try to hit on you, boy, ain't nothing you can do with me. I can't do nothing with nothing that young. That's what they always say. Yana Lee said 37 is too young for me. And I get it. You might tell him no, but there's a little bit of flattery when that 37-year-old hit on you. You feel like something. When that 37-year-old man come and he try to get a little taste, get a little taste of that well-seasoned wine. When he try to get you in your vintage years, you feel like something. When you young and that old man try to holler at you, ew, he got worms. Not 100% sure if he got worms or not. Hasn't been proven. When Keke Palmer got on, and this is the last bit, I'm out of here. Keke Palmer was on an interview, and they asked Keke Palmer, what's something that you don't like that most people like? And Keke Palmer said Claire Huxtable. She said, I'm not a fan of Claire Huxtable. Claire Huxtable to me was always too uppity. Claire Huxtable was always too uppity for me. Every time. Yana Lee, because you got a young look to you. Gigi, young people gonna keep hollering because all they only think about young boys. Only think with their little head. Little young boys, they don't care what age it is. If it'll get wet, if it gets wet, it gets right. That's it. They don't even care at this point. And if it don't get wet, they'll pour some water on it. But Keke Palmer said she don't like Claire Huxtable. She said Claire Huxtable was always too uppity for her. And people are like, why is she down in black women? First of all, let's just be honest. Claire Huxtable is a fictitious character. Now, had she said that Phylicia Rashad was too uppity, that's one thing. But she said Claire Huxtable. And you know what, people? I reviewed the tape of the Cosby Show, and Claire Huxtable was uppity. Claire Huxtable was uppity. She was way too uppity. But you know what? She earned it. I don't take it in a negative way. It didn't get on my nerves at all. But Claire Huxtable always talked like she was reading Shakespeare. Now, Clef, why don't you come inside? No, too much. You're doing too much, ma'am. Just talk regular. And that's all that Keke wanted out of her. She's just a character. You said you didn't like Claire Huxtable. It's not belittling black women. It's a character. It's just a character. And Bill was too. And then her parents, come on, man. She was uppity. And it was okay to me. It was all right that they was uppity. I now know doctors and lawyers. Doctors and lawyers are uppity people. They feel like they're in a different tax bracket, blah, blah, blah. Now, somebody tried to come in and say Whitley Gilbert was uppity. Claire Huxtable was classy. Here's the thing. She was uppity. She just carried it with class. And that's what uppity means. When we start talking about classes, she was upper class. And she treated it as such. She treated Claire Huxtable felt a certain way. She demanded certain things. They had a whole room. They had that dinner, that whole dinner table that they had. That was an uppity dinner table. I hated everything about the dinners at the Huxtable house. The husbands ain't just hit down and eat regular dinners. They all got around the table and had on all kinds of jackets and stuff. I hated it. I didn't like it. Make it real for me. Could you please pass the porridge? I didn't like it. Bill was still hood. Bill was uppity, but he ate bacon burger dogs. Bill was right. If you may not like it, people, Claire Huxtable was uppity. Claire was uppity. Claire ain't had no normal friends. Claire ain't do. You ain't ever had near episode of the Cosby Show where Claire was just on the phone all day. If you really wanted to see the uppityness of Claire, watch her talk to Elvin or Delvin or Elvin. That's when you know. First of all, they took their whole we went to Hillman. It's not even a real school. We went to Hillman. They carried that Hillman mess. We went to Hillman. So she ain't even had no friends. She just had the in-laws and stuff. Because she spoke with her nose in the air. I was watching the episode where she had to lose weight to get into a dress. And, she could have just went out and bought a dress. No, I will not be seen as a size 8. Claire was uppity. She needed to be knocked down a couple of notches. She went to Hillman. If they gonna come to school in Virginia, they should have just came to North State. Hillman is Hampton. They didn't want to make Hampton feel bad. Hampton is the bougie school in Virginia. And that's what people like. Well, she's more bougie than uppity. What's the difference? Ain't no different. Uppity, bougie, same thing. And yes, Hillman is the Hampton of Virginia. You might well go ahead and say Hillman was based on Hampton. Same thing. You saw it. And so here's the thing about the Aunt Viv. I'm glad you brought the Aunt Viv discussion in, Tracy. And I think colorism played a big part in how they made the Aunt Vivs. The first Aunt Viv was real. She was dark skinned. That new Aunt Viv, that new light skinned Aunt Viv, she came in completely different. She had an air about her. Old school dark skinned Aunt Viv was real. I felt like dark skinned Aunt Viv would take in Will. I feel like light skinned Aunt Viv, she would have never let Will come to the house. If we would have had light skinned Aunt Viv the whole time, Will would have never been able to come to that house. Never. Corey told me, don't cover my school. No, you know what Hampton is. You know Hampton is tea and crumpets. You know it. You know Hampton is tea and crumpets, and you know Norfolk State is cornbread, fish, and collard greens. That's it. That's all it is. We're going to find out this year. People, now here's the last debate. I said the last one was the last one, but I'm going with a difference. Here's the thing. I need people to stop being so woke. I need everybody to stop being so woke. Norfolk State and Hampton's homecoming on the same day this year. They both had a home football game that day. They figured out they had to do it. And they both had homecoming on the same day. I seen people act like it's a conspiracy. They trying to separate us. It's not about separation, people. It's just about y'all need one less time to party. Work together. If y'all was smart, we would have a super homecoming dance. That's what I would do. I have an NSU and HU homecoming. Sharon said, let's not make it about the complexion. Sharon, these are just jokes. I won't serious. But I will say light-skinned Aunt Viv was different. And I like the Reeds. The Reeds is a nice people. But Daphne Reed was a lot bougier. All I'm saying is, have a party in Suffolk. Hub 757 or something. Somebody steal this idea. All y'all got to do is give me 5% of the proceeds. Have a party in the middle in Suffolk. A party in the middle in Suffolk. And let it be an NSU Hampton party. Let it be an NSHU party. The NSHU homecoming party, man, the best of both worlds party. Man, bring in one light-skinned DJ, one dark-skinned one, but let it be flipped. Let the light-skinned DJ be from North State and the dark-skinned DJ be from Hampton. It'll blow everybody's mind. I'm all in. I'm all in. Hub 757. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and put that. Tam, are you still listening? Tam, we doing it. That's my business partner, Tam. Tam, I know you're listening. We about to have that party right there. The NSHU party. The NSHU homecoming party. With Terry Butler as DJ. Don't get no lighter than Terry. I'm all in. Y'all coming. If we had that party right there in Suffolk, that way all the Hampton people can just come through 664. Norfolk people can come right up. Let's go. I'm going. Man, shoot. We have listen, we should have a best of both worlds weekend. That should be a whole best of both worlds weekend. It should be a DJ, the step show. The step show should be Hampton, Norfolk State step show. It shouldn't even be. And I'm talking about we have an alumni step show, Hampton, Norfolk State step show. A Hampton, Norfolk State alumni step show. Who I need to call? These ideas don't happen everywhere, people. Y'all better get up on them. Lisa, it's going to be epic. I'm getting ready to do it right now. Let me make the call. The best of both worlds homecoming show dance, the party. I need to set it up. The step show, the old school alumni step show. Let DZ, the singers from Norfolk State from the 90s, Delta Zeta, let them come step. They can come in. They were nationally renowned. And I'm sure ODU will just have something to do. And then Hampton's got to have at least one good step team over there. Let that come together. Bam. I'm ready. I'm about to call Tam. I'm texting Tam right now. Let her know I got the idea. I'm getting ready to get out of here. I'm so excited about it. I got so excited my bowels moved. That was such a big idea. I got to go sit on the toilet. Thank you, Jackie. I know I had a gig this weekend. I was at My God, Your God. It was a play. Thank you, Tracy. I know all the DJs. I'm putting DJ B in there. Let me call B and see what he doing October, whatever that is. We on our way. Well, I'm on my way to the restroom. That's how excited I got. Sometimes I get excited and I gotta go poop. Thank you, Jackie. Jackie said I turned the show out. Thank you so much, man. I just doing my little job. Just me being me. They asked me to come in and warm people up, and I warmed them. That's all I did, to try to light a little fire under their hind pots. Come on, Lisa. Come on. That's an epic event. 2 days. We own it. All right, I'm going to the bathroom. I'm that excited. Right now, my legs are shaking to keep everything in. You got to tighten the sphincter. Absolutely, Tracy. Here's the thing about being alumni. All you got to do is take one class and you immediately alumni. That's the definition. You ain't got to graduate. All you got to do is just take that one class and you alumni. All right, awkward pause, because I'm getting out of here. I'll see y'all again on tomorrow. It's Motivational Monday. Y'all remember, master your Monday, man. Take Monday, make Monday be the one that starts your whole week off. If you started off great on Monday, the rest of the week knows it's got to follow suit. Tuesday don't matter. It's only about tacos. We got to make all of it work. All right, have a fantastic day today, on purpose, with purpose. Awkward pause so you can catch up.